All right, y'all, we got another solo trip for my birthday. First up is going to be Palm Springs, California. Your girl was having a rough week, so this was beautiful. This vacation couldn't have come at a better time. I did have a layover in Denver. That is so beautiful. But then I went from Denver to Palm Springs, and Palm Springs is really a beautiful place. These pictures and videos don't do it any justice. I highly recommend, but don't go in the summertime. It gets really hot. So I stayed at the jwmarriot, and this is a very expensive hotel. So if you got a cousin or a family member that work for Marriott, tell them don't be stingy. The room was really nice. It was just me, so I don't care if the room is too big, too small, whatever. This is what I care about here, that balcony and those views. And I went to the bar on the first night, and of course it's California, so the expectations on good food are pretty low. But y'all get into these hotel views right quick. Now that breakfast was hitting. I ate all of it. I took the fruit back to the room. Man, and I was knocked out. The mimosas had me knocked out. So sleep that I missed my boat tour, but they were still kind enough to accommodate and just get into the views. Just keep picturing yourself here, because one day you will be, okay? Now just ignore all the animals that be crossing the roads. It's normal. They don't bother you. But they have a spa, they have restaurants at the hotel, they have a sauna, they have a huge pool. They have golf, of course, and that's the boat tour that they were kind enough to accommodate me on. They even let me get on a boat by myself, and the captain was really, really nice. He took some pictures for me, and he got some good scenery, so thank you, Captain. But these pictures and videos really just, I feel like they're not speaking loud enough. Y'all just have to go visit. Like I said, this is a real desert town, so do not go in the summer unless you like 120-degree weather. That stuff there is legal, so that stop had to be made. But I mean, it's just completely beautiful out here. This is me on my birthday. I went to a restaurant called Farm, and I did have to send my first drink back because don't ever serve me no spicy ass drink. That lobster bisque was hitting, okay? I forgot what that was, but it was really good and I ate it all. And as y'all can see, I finished up that drink too. But that's me, y'all. And it's a cute little place. It was in a cute area, but it was cold and it was dark and I was ready to go. And I got to watch the sunrise every morning, and every time I open my door, this is what I got to see. So next, I headed to Arizona. I did have a layover. I was really tired of flying. This is me excited, and then I get to flying, and then I get to my layover, and then, man, I was so tired and ready to go. But I finally made it to Arizona. I flew into Flagstaff, so their airport is like nothing. It's one of everything, literally, probably one plane in and out. This was the Airbnb. It's a tiny home in Flagstaff. The floors were heated, and I had so much space. It was beautiful. This is me headed to Antelope Canyon and the trail ride. I do not recommend. If you don't, this is all you're gonna see. That's it. Ain't no gas stations, ain't none of that. So if you can't drive for a long time without stopping or something, don't do it. But this is the trail ride. It was just me on the tour. That was Giraffe. That was the horse I rode for the very first time. I know I'm from Texas and just not riding a horse, child. That's crazy. But it was lovely. Giraffe was really a good horse. He was very gentle. The views were beautiful, and it's so peaceful. Even though I booked everything as a package through Ken Tours, you still have to do everything separate. So they told us not to record headed down into the canyons, but I'm gonna just be quiet, okay? I'm gonna be quiet, and y'all gonna see why would I not record? Just get into it. I really don't understand how they don't expect people to record. But then again, this is on Native American land. You have to have a mask to get in, like no ifs, ands, or buts. You can't even bring a bag in there. They have a lot of rules. So honestly, you just have to respect them as if you would want them to respect your rules on your land. And our tour guide was a part of one of the tribes, so she was very knowledgeable of everything. And she took some great pictures of me. Shout out to you, girl. I really couldn't believe I got these good views. Like, the trick is you have to put like a filter and make sure, I almost bust my ass right there, y'all. But make sure your camera is clean because it will like affect it. And you just use like the warm filter. So you just capture better moments. All of them didn't have filters, but most of them did, just to kind of get, the good lighting and the good angle. And it's beautiful. I will say it's very cold down there because the sun is in some places and it's not. So definitely bring a jacket. And then after this, I headed back to Flagstaff, and this was my view pretty much the whole time. Again, I don't recommend it if you cannot drive a long time without stopping. The next day, I headed to the Grand Canyon, and it took forever to get up in there, and it did cost $35. I did book a tour, but it was canceled, so I just went up there by myself. And the Grand Canyon is so beautiful, and it's impossible to finish it all in one day. It's impossible. It's huge. I think it even goes to another state, but I could be wrong. But get into these views. Let me just be quiet because I feel like if I'm talking, y'all can't get into it. So just get into it. The one thing I can say was it was very cold and windy. The lower you got, the colder it got. Me and my tripod child, we got some good views, but that wind almost took me out a couple times, and I just had to be very careful. That's what I will say. You are on the edge a lot, so just very, very careful. And then here you can see clearly that tree was my last hope. It really was, but I had a good time. Nobody bothered me. People asked me to take their pictures. I asked them to take mine. Everyone out there is really nice, surprisingly. I didn't see a lot of me out there. If you know, you know. But hey, it's okay. Nobody bothered me. I was by myself. My headphones stayed in. I tried to hike down, but it was just too cold. And that's me hiking my ass back up and getting up out of there. So I ended up, this was the trail that had the best view to me. So I do recommend this. I think it was called Grand View. So I headed on back to the Airbnb. And again, there is nothing but desert. I did stop at Texas Roadhouse. Now, there's no need to show y'all the food. Now, we already know that Crown and Coke. Oh, yeah. Food bland as usual. It's Arizona. Come on now. Now, this is me on the way to Phoenix to fly out, and I couldn't get a lot of footage. I had to stop at the rest stop because my hands were so sweaty, and Papa those. My hands were so sweaty from the anxiety of driving in the mountains, so I do not recommend that alone. But overall, 10 out of 10. Travel solo. Live your life.